Part 6 is solving quadratic equations, one of the most important skills that you need. And we've looked at factorising before, so if we factorise that first one there, we can spot that 2 times 1 gives 2, and 2 and 1 makes 3. And so there's the factors. And so this gives us two answers of x is minus 1 and x is minus 2. Same way with factorising this one here, we're looking at 4 and 1 this time, aren't we? Which way round is it? I want the minus 4 here and the plus 1 because it gets me the minus 3 here. So my answers are x equals 4 and x equals minus 1. This one needs some rearranging before we do the factorising. So add the 2x to both sides, take away the 15 as well. And so I've now got 5 and 3. You know 5 and 3 is 15. You know the difference between 5 and 3 is 2. Again, check which way round they go. It's plus 5 and minus 3 to get the plus 2 in there. So we've got the answers. X is minus 5 and x is 3. These ones here are actually simpler, but people struggle on them. But we've just got to look here that there's an x in both of these. So it's x and x plus 3. It gives you the answer either x is 0 from this bit here, or x is minus 3 from that bit here. Same from here. I've got an x and an x minus 4 here. Either x is 0 or x is 4. And now we've got one slightly more complicated one. This is one of those difference of two squares ones. And so it's the same thing here, but a minus and a plus in both of those bits. Look at multiplying that out. 2 times 2 gives the 4. X times x with a minus here gives the minus x squared. And here we'd get a minus 2x, and here we get a 2x, and they would cancel out, which is why there's no middle term there. So we've got two answers for this one. X is 2 and x is minus 2. For number 3, we could try and factorise this one here, or we could just grab our calculator. And the calculator has a quadratic solver function on it. We just move down a row to part A here, and we want to solve the polynomial with degree 2. 2 because it's an x squared, and it gives us your standard ax squared plus bx plus c at the top there. Our a value is the 6 that we've got there. Our b value is the minus 5. Push equals between each one that you want to put them in, and I've got a minus 4 here. Push equals to get it in there. Push equals again, and you get the first answer, which is 4/3, and the second answer by pushing equals a second time, minus a half. We can do the same with this one here now then. So we've got, oh, it also gives you the minimum point. That's the new calculator there, gives you that. This one here, I'm going to put the 8, a minus 24, and a 10 into the quadratic solver, and it tells me that I've got answers of 5/2 and a half. Sometimes you can factorise, sometimes you can use the calculator. If it says that we're going to need to do this to 3 significant figures, then we know we're going to need to use the calculator. There isn't going to be any factorising possible. So we've got a 1, a 7 and an 8 here. 1, 7 and a 9. Sorry, I can't read. 1, 7 and a 9. And our answers there to 3 significant figures. So that's it giving it in surd form. If I push my decimal button here, it will tell me I've got minus 1.69, or actually 3 significant figures. That's minus 1.70, that one, isn't it, because of the next digit. Push equals again, and the other answer is a simpler minus 5.30 to 3 significant figures. The next one, we need to do a bit of rearranging before we can put it into the calculator. I need to take away everything over to that side there. And so if I put into my calculator 8 and the minus 3 and the minus 6, and it will tell me answers, the third answer again, but 1.07, and push equals again for the next answer, minus, what's that to 3 figures? That's minus 0.699, isn't it? Minus 0.699. So that 5 there rounding up the 8. And we've got one last one to do. So we just got answers of 4, -1, and -7 to put into that, giving us answers of 1.45 and -1.20. So use the calculators rather than having to go through all the long quadratic formula like you had to at GCSE.